Some of these bits are just too steep. Morning everybody, it's day 3. I'm setting off from the Bothy down to Fort Augustus, and then I'm riding on to Fort William, catching the train tonight back home. But before I go, just want to mention a fellow bike packing enthusiast who came in the Bothy late last night. Hi, it's Nima, isn't it?
Nima, yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Nima.
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
Came in late last night.
Very bad.
That's where Nima slept.
I'm doing the Highland Trail 550. It's a
oh my God.
Winter attempt.
Oh, you already did it once?
I did it once in September. It was pretty much winter in September. But now it's something else. Very wet, high headwind.
Yeah.
So
it's been super windy.
Headwind is the name of the game, really.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, what with the storms the last couple of days, I'm just having a look at your handlebar. Your gloves, they're really cool. And they work, do they? Keep your hands warm and dry?
They keep your hand dry.
Yeah.
They don't have any thermal feature.
Oh, okay.
These are just to...
Just like to put your hand in there, yeah. Great, that's what I need. One of those mud guards. Cool. All the best to you, Nima.
All the best to you too.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Have a nice ride.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well then folks, I'm leaving the Bothy behind and I'm heading back down to Fort Augustus. Goodbye to the Bothy and hello to day 3. Well folks, I had a pretty good night's sleep last night. I got into the Bothy at about 3:30. I had about an hour of daylight. And around about 8:30 at night, I suddenly saw this flashing light outside the Bothy, like car headlights. It was incredibly bright. And then in came Nima, and he looked like a drowned rat. Poor fella arrived right at the point of the heaviest rain and the wind. It was really nice to welcome him into the Bothy. And then this morning it was nice to catch up with a fellow bike packer, have a quick chat about what he's trying to do and achieve. One of the poignant things that Neymar said to me was why he does it is, he said, it makes you feel alive. And he's not wrong. Anyway, good luck to you, Neymar. Hope to see you again one day down the trail. That was awesome. I've just ridden into Fort Augustus and I've managed to get a signal on my phone. for the first time in 24 hours, and it's with some very sad news that I just received a message from my wife telling me that my dog has passed away. His name was Storm. He was a Collie-Kelpie cross, and we've had him for over 15 years. In fact, he'd been with us longer than I've been married to my wife. So it's really quite a sad day, and I'll be thinking about him on my trip to Fort William. I'd just like to make a small tribute to him now with a montage of some photos of him by my lovely dog Storm.
My riding in Scotland has been fun. I've learnt a lot from my brief adventure. I now know that I need to get some mudguards for the bike and invest in some waterproof trousers. But best of all, it's been an opportunity to connect with nature at a very basic, instinctual level. As a nomad, as a human being travelling under my own steam, and to live simply in a self-reliant fashion, albeit with a few cafe stops thrown in. So my message to you is to seize life. Don't worry about failure. Take your opportunities and go for it. It doesn't matter how old you are or your fitness level. Just get a bike and ride, because life is all too fleeting.
This is really nice. It's an old disused railway. Fantastically flat. This is lovely, this part. Lots of waterfalls on my left, cascading down from the high ground, and the Caledonian Canal on my right. Beautiful. Inverness Station. A bit like the Marriott Way. It's coming up to noon, midday on day 3. 5/6 of my journey complete, and I'm taking a small detour just back up the A82 at Inverness to a cafe. It's called Well of the Seven Heads, and good news, the sign says open. Very good, thanks. Good to see that you're open. I've been recommended the bacon rolls here. Bacon roll with ketchup, please. And coffee, please. Thank you very much. And I thought I was foolhardy. Oh my God. Just coming over this bridge and I saw these people supping. This is extreme supping. Poor girl just fell in and got blown under the bridge, down with the flow. At Caledonian, it's about 11 miles to go roll on Fort William. Am I seeing things? People out in a canoe in this. Madness!
It's been an incredible 3-day adventure riding the Great Glen. I've wild camped, slept in a bothy and met new people. I've ridden across some tough terrain and through some spectacular scenery. I was generally lucky with the weather, but as I approached Fort William, the rain hammered down. In my opinion, the Great Glen and Sustrans Route 78 is accessible to most fit people with a road-worthy bike and a bit of grit and determination to complete the some 120 kilometres between Inverness and Fort William, and I definitely recommend it to you.
That's it, I've made it to Fort William, completely soaking wet. I'm afraid no sunny pictures to show you. Thanks for joining me for the last 3 days on this epic adventure down the Great Glen, and I hope it's inspired you and not put you off riding your bike. Until the next time, happy riding.